Alright guys, so a clip has been doing rounds on social media involving a Northern Irish man confronting two Muslim men who are praying in the locker room. The guy's simply trying to get to his locker and one of the Muslim men are obstructing him from getting to his locker to get his things. It's very simple, it really is. Stop praying in locker rooms. Stop praying on the road. Stop praying on the field. Stop praying on the supermarkets, in the supermarkets. Stop praying just everywhere. You know, in New York, just before the start of Ramadan, they're praying in New York Times Square by the hundreds in front of everyone. You know, just to shove it in everyone's faces like, look, haha, we're taking over. There's nothing you can do about it because you're so woke. You know, so no one wants to see that. You know, people are tired. When you come to Europe, Europe is Christian. You know, so if you want to practice your own religion, then do so. But you don't need to be doing it in people's faces. Do it behind closed doors. Do it in a mosque. There's so many mosques that you could do it in. You don't need to be doing it in a locker room. Now, if you need to pray, then, and you know you need to pray, let's say for 20 past 3 p.m., then just don't go to the gym. You know, just stay at home or go to a mosque so you're not disturbing people. You know, because this is something that I see way too often. You know, I've gone to many gyms and I'm seeing it in the corner there. Someone's just praying and people don't want to see that. It's not a Muslim country. You have to respect the country you're in. But these guys never do so, honestly. So it's not even a shame. It's just a P take. You know, they're just taking the PISS and that's basically it. So this Northern Irishman is absolutely within his rights to do so. I've been seeing some pages posting him for being Islamophobic, like that's a word. And they're saying he shouldn't have done that and he should have allowed them to finish praying. No, he needs to get to his things. He has something to do. He needs to go somewhere. Why are you disturbing him from going about his daily activities because you just want to pray Salah? You know, people aren't interested in that, honestly. So yeah. And you think just for one time, the Muslim community can just hold them accountable and say, it's not a mosque, don't pray there. You know, go and pray in a mosque, go and pray at home, go and pray somewhere that, you know, whereby people can't see you and you're not causing an obstruction. But no, they couldn't do that. You know, they had to run to the aid of the two Muslim men. Surprise, surprise. So, and like I've said, Europe is Christian. So you can't come to a Christian nation and start being overt with your religion in front of people's faces. And they are very overt with it. They think they're smart, but they're not. Because they do that. I'm just praying to my God. I'm not disturbing anyone. I'm not disturbing anyone, honestly. It's just between me and God. You know, then just stay at home then. Or stay somewhere where people just can't see you. Stop being in people's faces. And then now when someone confronts you, you're like, whoa, I didn't do anything. I'm just minding my business. You're obstructing people from getting their stuff, man. Stop playing silly. We can see your games.
No, it shouldn't be. It's not a prayer room. It's a changing room. People come in here and change. It's not to pray.
There's no way.
Well, that's not my problem, mate. You'll have to leave this room. Well, I'm here to change, lads. I'm not here to watch this fucking crap. Excuse me.
No, it's not crap.
It is fucking crap, right? Excuse me, can I get past you? Excuse me. No. You have to move, more lads. Right, you can down that room, mate, please.
Let him finish first.
No, excuse me. Excuse me. No, I don't care. The fuck, mate. Fucking idiots. It's not a prayer room, lads. Come on. Come on, take it outside, lads. In the prayer room. Sorry?
We can't play outside.
No, we can't put it in here, mate. It's not a prayer room. Mate, can you lift this up, please? Please lift that up. Please lift that up, mate.
Okay, what's the problem?
No, there's no problem at all, mate. It's not a prayer room. It's a changing room. It's a changing room. People come in here to get changed. Not to pray. So we'll take it outside, please. Or take it away. You're meant to do it, not in here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
What happened?
Look, what?
You came here just to grab your stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's a changing room, lad. It's not a prayer room.
You can pray there, that other side.
Yeah, yes, no. You can't pray anywhere here, lad. It's not a prayer. It's a changing room.
If you want to, we can pray there.
No, you can't pray in here at all.
You are judging.
No, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not, lad.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, please. Thank you very much.
No, thank you then.
No, I'm actually leaving the room. I'm in here. I come in and get my stuff from here.
We'll go to the...
Yeah, I find it offensive what you're doing. So I appreciate it if you leave. Good luck. Thank you.
He's well within his rights to be frustrated, and he's well within his rights to confront these two guys for doing so. Don't pray in public, you know, go somewhere else and pray. You know, it's only with you guys, it's never with anyone else doing that in public. Never the Hindus, never the Jews, never the Christians, even though it's a Christian nation. And I could understand if Christians were doing it, but they don't do it. But just with Muslims, you know, so, you know, just show some respect, honestly, man. Show some respect. People in this country are getting very, very fed up with this. Anyway, guys, next video is going to be a woman. She's going to be talking about nationalism in the United Kingdom. You know, she's going to be talking about how English people are just, they don't care anymore now. You know, they want to take pride in their country, and they're sick and tired of being called racist for just loving their flag, for loving their culture, for loving their history. They're just sick and tired of it. And it's very refreshing to see a black woman coming out and talking like this. A lot of minorities can see what's going on, and they're voicing what's going on in the UK. You know, and it's not easy. If you're a black man in the UK and you basically want to side with the patriots, then more time they can come after you and say you're a coconut, X, Y, and Z, and just give you hate. So yeah, but she's just saying it as it is. She's just saying like, listen, people are sick and tired of being called racist. They're gonna support their guy now, and whether that be Rupert Lowe, whether that be Nigel Farage, whoever, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. So yeah, and honestly speaking, in my personal opinion, I feel like the establishment have pushed too much. You know, I've told you many times of statistics that show by the year 2070, white Anglo-Saxons will be a minority in the UK. By 20s, that's so close. Then what happens after 2070? It just gets worse and worse and worse, and the white population just keep going lower and lower and lower. You know, absolutely not. They're gonna fight, bro. They're gonna fight. And I've said it many times. Those who are Pakistanis, those who are Congolese, those who are Ghanaians, Jamaicans, Nigerians, you'd never allow it in your country. So the Anglo-Saxon shouldn't allow it in his or her country. Very simple. You're preserving yourself and you're preserving your children's future, and that's just how it should be. So yeah.
I've been watching a few things on Rupert Lowe. Not a lot, but I'm going to dive deep into him this week. However, one thing that I would say is what you can see is happening is the UK Brits, the natives that are here, are finally beginning to tribalize with one another. And what that means is you're going to see a rise in nationalism. And because the race card has been used in a way to manipulate, whether people want to admit that or not, they've been using it to get what they want and use it as a way of to manipulate and make people feel guilty, and use it as a tool, not always for good, not everyone, but most. Now you're going to also see the consequences of that as well. People need to understand that there's always consequences to behaviour. So as much as I'm calling out certain behaviours and it's being denied, it won't stop the consequences. The consequences will still come. So now it is going to raise up nationalists who do not care how you view them because you have outspun the race card. For me, it doesn't concern me at all, because every nationalist that I've met so far on my journey have not been the people that they claim they are. They're actually the most friendliest, nicest people I've met so far. And I think you get good and bad in all categories. But this is going to now, you're going to really watch the difference between back and forths and consequences. And that's why people can deny, oh no, that's not, there is racism and this and systematic racism. You've used it so badly now because we have social media. We're now going to see a rise in tribal UK people who are going to come back and protect their country at all costs. Good on him.
Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.